It is an early start, Dave, you're right. Didn't realise what time it was. I'm just bored to shit, to be fair. None of my fish tank stuff come today, so... Well, oh no, I tell a lie, the thermometer came, so I'm just fucking bored. And I'm just getting out of social media before I lose my shit again. Because it just still baffles me, that place does. It does. It still baffles me. People just can't come and say, enjoyed the show, guys, thanks, or not for me, thanks for trying. They've all got to have a word, then a comment. You just can't win. I think it may be time to actually just completely get rid of the social media side of it. I think it's the easiest way to just combat it, I think. If I'm being honest. Evening, Alan. Ian, well, hi, Wellesley. Hi, Dave. What time actually is it? Alexa, what time is it?
It's 6:44 p.m.
Oh, God, it is early. Way early. Hi, Benji. Nice to see you back, mate. Not seen you for a day or two. By the way, I did try the square camera. I don't like it. It literally shows off the... Mate, I'm not specifically saying on anybody. I quickly glanced at it today because I'd forgot that I'd not left the Facebook group. So because I've been so busy, I went on it. And obviously, you're on it. You just cannot help seeing it, can you? And like I say, I don't mind, you know, Hayden and Steve has gone out of the way to have a go. Okay, they've never done it before like that, and it kind of showed. I think they'll be the first to admit it. But my Twitter and that Facebook I took a glance at, which I wish I'd not, but it's like people, you can't just come and like one way, and that's just what it should be like. Do you know? Guys, really enjoyed that, thank you. Or, okay guys, not for me, thanks for trying. But no, they've just got to fucking say something and then say something at the end. Like I saw a load saying things like, good show, way better than the other one, because the others are shit, and it's like, what? Or, oh my God, no, that was awful. Please get the others back, because that was awful. You just can't... Look, just listen to it. If you enjoy it, enjoy it. If you do enjoy it, let us know. If you don't, whatever. But fuck, please stop commenting. Nobody will learn. They really won't until it's all destroyed. I'm pretty fucking certain of it. You just can't listen to something. You know, it just serves no purpose. Nobody's learning at fucking all. But, I don't know. I think the more I go on about it, the worse I get. And I've had a shitty thing happen today, but I'm not going to talk about. From the closest friend I ever fucking thought I had. As just, well, no, I'm not even going there. Can't even go there. But it's probably high up on one of the worst things that's happened in the last few weeks. But, to be honest, I told Ricky about it, and he just sat there and he went, oh my God, how much more is gonna happen? It's just fucking crazy, it really is. And do you know what? I'm getting loads of emails constantly. Brilliant. Oh, please come back. And I'm saying, look, I'm having a think, I'm having a rest, whatever. But you know, when I get this again today, not doing no fucking favours whatsoever. Seriously. What is gonna... If I'm still seeing things on Twitter or fucking glancing at Facebook... Well, I've done with Facebook now anyway. And to be honest, and I'll say it openly, and I think I've had that many people say it, I wish that group didn't exist anymore. I really do. Because it's saying what Ricky said to me today. You just... If you see it, you can't help seeing it. And I just nipped on because I'd actually got to go on and see something else. But because I clicked a link, it automatically takes me to that page. But... You know what I mean? It's just fucking crazy. You know, as listeners, you are a community. Just listen to it. If you like it, like it. If you don't, move on. Do you know what I mean? Christ almighty. Yeah, I mean, Benji, I've said in the history of my show, I've had 3 forums and this Facebook, and every single one went to shit. Everyone. Everyone. Because human beings cannot help looking at stuff. It's just natural. But I have seen, I have stopped it now, so that is it. I mean, to me, I don't give a shit about the Facebook thing anymore, and you can either like that or not, but Blinky, Facebook, if you are listening to the show, I think it is the worst thing on planet Earth. I think it should be banned. I think it should be shut. I think it's a disgusting place where people can just post shit whenever they want, say whatever they want, and have absolutely fuck all comeback. And I'm sorry, but I'm from a generation where that kind of shit shouldn't be allowed. But nobody seems to give a shit. Do you know what I mean? But I think Ricky's spot on. Me and Ricky's had a good chat today. We've been chatting for about a couple of hours on Skype, and I just think like he's right. He says, you know, if you don't see it, it's great. But I even saw some on my Twitter feed this morning. I mean, I love Twitter. You know I do. Twitter would be my choice of social media because I think Twitter is an easy, manageable thing. And I said to Ricky, he's not. Oh, Wellesley, please, Wellesley, it's not a problem with your post, mate. You were quite entitled to post that post. But as you clearly saw, I did catch that one because I think it was at the top at the time. But as you clearly saw, there was people just couldn't help themselves. And even people pissing and moaning about what I said on here last night, I think. That caught my eye. But I'm asking for likes and clicks like I'm blackmailing. Like, what the fuck? Do you know what I mean? Like I'm asking for likes and clicks. No, just like a bit of recognition, like, you know, because of the shit that's happened in the last week. Give me a break, for fuck's sake. But no. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, Wellesley, I mean, exactly. Spot, you know what I mean? It's there. You just see it yourself. You make a really decent post, and that place is just poison. People are tripping over themselves to just fucking just say bad shit. And I never can understand why they do it. And funnily enough, I said to Ricky this afternoon, you know, this break, this what we've done, people might actually just stop and think for 1 second and, you know, really deep down and say, look, do you know what? This thing does have an effect on people. People are stopping what they like doing. We are going to miss a show that we've really enjoyed. What did it take? 48 hours to just get back to fucking normal. I don't know, it's like... Is it Monday morning syndrome, do you think? Do you think it's like people just wake up on a Monday feeling shit? And obviously the show that goes out, people listen to it and it's automatic, and they like must think, oh, fucking hell, I'm in a right mood because it's Monday. I don't know. I give up. I do. I give up. I mean, that I will say, that post that I caught my eye today that actually said, I'm on here begging for likes and sounding a bit obnoxious, saying I'm going to close the room if there weren't enough people in. Well, of course I am. I'm not going to sit up till 1 o'clock in the fucking morning talking to 5 people. Who the fuck would? And that's no disrespect to all you guys. It's a normal thing. But somebody on the Facebook actually said, and that just set me off. That just got me involved in that post, and they ended up reading it all. But more fool me. More fool me. It's not going to happen again. Like I say, I was visiting to actually, what I was doing, an old friend had actually sent me a message. Somebody I'd not spoken to for quite some time. But like I say, my first click, when I click Facebook, it takes me to my, well, not my, but the home group page of Cranky Gamers. So you can't help seeing what's there. And I'd actually was clicking it, and I'd completely forgot I'd not jumped out of the group. But I have now. In fact, to be perfectly truthful, I don't see any reason why I'm actually even on there anymore. At all. I mean, I think that might be a wiser fucking move. Just delete it. Just go. And then, like Ricky says, you don't see it, you don't feel it, you don't get affected by it, and it don't bother you, so. Mate, it's not my group, it's Hayden's group, but I must admit, I am close to actually saying to him, I'd like the Cranky Gamers name withdrawing from it, please. I think we're just getting to that point. Yeah, Blinky, spot on. I mean, I'm not going to lie, the feedback has been massive. You can well imagine. And I expect, by the way, my inbox has been pretty full today with the surprise. I mean, I even said on the streams in the last 2 days, I think I will get an influx because 90... And this is the big thing, and you don't realise this, guys, and this is what makes me laugh. This is what actually just lets me pull back at the end a bit. With the amount of listener base and subscribers, that Facebook group gets about 4-5% of our entire subscribers. And really, should you give a shit? And I suppose, do you know what I mean? I suppose no, you shouldn't give a shit because it's like 5% of your entire audience. And that's why, and you probably don't know this, I think I've mentioned it before, because I've got all the statistics, the people listen to our show round about Tuesday. Wednesday is when I get the big influx of emails, because that must be just a comfortable place that people listen to it. So I expect a lot more feedback in the next 48 hours. Yeah, Wellesley, I've had a lot. I've had, like I say, countless emails, and you know, I am going to take a break, and I don't know how long it's going to be. But if I'll tell you now, and I'm really thankful to Stephen Hayden for holding the fort and doing a good job at it. Okay, the audio wasn't bang on, but like Hayden said today, and I told Hayden felt the need to go and like back himself up when a few people complained about the audio. You don't have to back yourself up. And he is all new to this. And I said to him, I says, look, you don't have to back yourself up. Just don't answer. People have an opinion, don't answer. Because the minute you answer, it just goes to shit. But, you know, I do want a break because it's just... But I'm telling you now, guys, like I said, I know this isn't meant to be obnoxious and fucking big-headed or whatever. But if I'm going to come on here every Monday and see Twitter... And I'm not stopping Twitter. No, I am flatly refusing to stop Twitter. I enjoy Twitter. I think it's the best social media platform out there. And I'll tell you why I think Twitter's the best social media platform out there. Because quite simply, if you do get a knobhead on there, it takes literally a second to just get rid and never see them again. And you basically don't even have to read the comment they've read. Okay, you might read it once, but they've just gone in a second. And I just think it's more controllable. And I think the plus sign for Twitter is the 140 characters. That's what I do like, you see. But Benji, you see, you've just hit a really good point, you see, and this is the point. You listen to the show Thursday, you enjoy whatever, but you don't like the section about Star Wars, okay. But you're not going to come and piss and moan about it every week, aren't you? Because you more than likely appreciate that it's a 3-hour show, and in that block of a show, there's going to be stuff on there that you probably do like. Yeah, I do, Griffey. I've always done it, mate. Every time. That's why it's like, you know, to me, it's more controllable, and especially having 140 characters, you can't get somebody having a piss and moan for a long time unless they want. You see, the only way they can piss and moan for a long paragraph is if they send 2 or 3 messages. Well, by the time you get the second one, they've already gone, haven't they? It's a bit of this. Bye-bye. So, by the way, I've got to say this about this game, and I really wish I'd done this last night, because I actually laughed out loud at it. Do you know how crazy this game was last night when I was streaming it, and it was mad, and I was stuck in that village, and I said, guys, I'm going to leave it, you know, and I'm going to leave it and then play it a bit for myself. I've not had a chance to play it, to be fair. But what I did last night, just as the stream finished, I quickly just went to have a look at that first quest, because it was just like a pick up on parts. Do you know what I mean? So what I did then, I literally walked out that village, walked round the corner, and I'd give you all 100 guesses on what happened next, because you know how mad and crazy that game actually was, and you'd seen it. I walked round the corner looking for the monsters to kill to get the parts, and I shit you not, there was a giant puddle on the road, and I ended up fishing with the robot being the bob and pulling out mechanical carp. I shit you not. It's like crazy. Do you know what I mean? And I just sat there and actually laughed at it and said, oh my God, I thought this game cannot get any mad. Streaming on Twitch has more control with admin, block, ban, silence, and on here, YouTube also can admin on channel and stuff. Yeah, no, you can. You can have moderators and shit. I don't like Twitch. I think it's just something I don't quite get on with. I mean, if anybody's in this chat that you don't agree, I just hop onto YouTube and just block you from there, and you can't comment on here, and you'll be gone off the friends list as well, or whatever. So it's just as easy to block on here. Just very easy. By the way, I did draw the Diablo competition this afternoon. It is on my Twitter feed, at Tozol, Tozol. I did put a little video up, because as I said last night, and it was true, about 3 or 4 of them people are pretty close friends of mine, and I didn't want one of them to get the prize and then be accused of cheating, because that wouldn't surprise me. So I actually put like a 50-second video up on my Twitter to show you random.org, and I'd randomed it, and that was it. Was you at the bottom? I did actually notice when I watched the video back later, which was very weird. I don't know if you noticed the draw, but the person that was at the top of the list actually stayed at the top of the list, which I thought was a bit weird. Because when I saw it, I thought I'd made a cock up. Because I'd even packed it away, and if the guy's listening, I actually posted it today, so they should get it tomorrow. And I watched the video back later when I was in the kitchen, and I looked at it and thought, oh my God, please no. Hiya, Lady Man, and welcome back. I was just telling the guys on this game that after everybody left last night, I had 30 seconds to go and do that first quest with the stuff, okay? And I walked round the corner and I said to everybody, you'll never guess what happened, and I met a giant puddle and started fishing with the robot. I just pissed myself laughing. I've not really played enough on it, Alan, to be honest, mate. I played the hour last night on the stream. I might play a bit more in the stream and just have a bit of a chat, because I might stay on quite a long time tonight and chat if the room stays popular. Oh my God, yes, I am being a bit obnoxious. If the room stays popular, woe betide me wanting people to be in here. So I might play a little bit later. Fishing it, I literally walked round the corner. You know exactly what I mean. I walked round, there was a giant puddle, and I thought, what the fuck? And it said on the bottom, fish, and I thought, what? Pressed the button, and the little robot man that helps you, you press your button, and he drops into the water, and he's the bob. I might show you in a minute, actually, because I've gone back to the place, because I finished that thing. No, I don't think you can mod, but I can just block people, can't I? If I say there's shit comments on here, I could literally just leave this now, shut this down, go to this feed, find the person that's left, find the person that's made the comment, and just block them on YouTube, and then you won't be able to comment anymore. I caught about 4 different ones, 2 little pissy little things, but then I bought a mechanical carp, and it was mad. And I tell you something, like I said earlier, I'm waiting for the review copy of European Fishing, because I think that was one of the best games to stream ever, because it's relaxing, it's not very brain heavy, and it's fun. Is it? Ah, I'm glad of that, because I like fishing in the games. I think it's so relaxing. Like, you know, in Stardew Valley. I said I'd actually stream some Stardew Valley, didn't I? Might do that this evening, people. I might actually go on Stardew Valley halfway through. After we've had about an hour on here, I might go and put Stardew Valley on and start a brand new game, because a lot of people have been requesting that. Fishing is a beautiful, relaxing hobby. Yes, it's growing popular. Who knows? We may well start it in the hundreds and then maybe the thousands. Then what will I do? Holy shit. I have, Mark. I've started early. I was telling people here I'm bored to fuck. I was expecting my day today to be setting it up and doing my part 2 of my video. So All my stuff hasn't come. The only thing that come was my little thermometer. I'm waiting on... Everybody's saying early, though. Oh, my God. Sell you out on YouTube. Yeah, I would be a sellout. Fuck it. Yeah, I would sell you all out. Come on, get on fucking YouTube. Get all the likes. Forget you all. Never comment. Just come on here and never speak to you all again. Fuck it. And watch the money roll in and see who's the first one to dob me in because I'm making thousands. And no, I didn't win the Derby fucking lottery this weekend either. I will wait yet another week. I've still not played Stardew Valley. Probably I did buy it because of the podcast though, but OCD wants me to clear the forest. You have to clear the forest, Jason, but just not all at once, mate. Stardew... Well, I'll play it in a bit from beginning and I'll explain stuff in a minute. Could you stream through YouTube on the PS4? That is what I'm doing now, Reality Man UK. I am on the PS4. I do stream YouTube on my PS4, if that's what you meant. Mark, I would, mate. You know anybody would in the right mind. Would I like to be Roman Atwood on 180 grand a fucking month for pointing a camera at my ugly face? Although he's got a beautiful family and it is a relaxing vlog, I won't lie. I actually love that. It's my shutdown time, that is. I love them guys, and it's so corny and shit to say. Not on the PS4. I don't get what you mean then, mate. Just, thing is, Wellesley, by the way, I don't know if you do listen to the show regular, but I actually got my second YouTube payment. I commented a few weeks ago. My first YouTube payment took 4 years, by the way. 4 years. And it's like 60 quid. It's tiny. And then I mentioned to Ricky the other week, because he's never had a payment yet, and we take the piss out of each other. And like I logged on to my bank one day, as I always do every Monday to sort my bills and shit out, and I logged on and I saw this thing, and it was like £60, and I thought, in the plus column, I get very few things in my plus column, and I thought, what the fuck? And at the side of it, it said Google Inc., and I thought, and it like brain dead, I thought, what the fuck's Google Inc.? Like, what? And then it went, oh my God, and I jumped straight onto YouTube and had a look, and yeah, 4 years to get my first payment, and I think 6 months to get my second. So who knows, the sellout could be starting. We could be getting a payment in next 2 months. Fuck it. I've got another AO thing coming this week, by the way, but I'm not well, I have mentioned it, fucking stupid, but I shouldn't have done. But I've decided to disassociate it from just my channel, because it just went shit last time and we got nasty people doing sad things. So yeah, I'm just as happy as I was to do that with you guys and all about it. Fuck it, no thanks. I don't need the hassle. I don't need the hassle. Sorry, I meant not using a PS4, using a camera setup so you can green screen yourself properly in the corner. Right then, Reality Man UK, let me put this to you. If you're a regular listener, you would have heard me say that I have upgraded my unboxing camera. It is right there. It is the Logitech C130E or some bollocks anyway. It's the latest one. No sooner had I bought that I have seen on YouTube and get this, that Logitech have bought a brand new camera out. It's called the Logitech Brio, I think it's called, Brio, B-R-I-O, and it's a 4K one. It's the first 4K vlogging camera. However, it's 160 bloody pounds. But the reason I mention it is because that has got all green screen shit built into it. I've watched the software that you can download either on the MacBook or your PC and run the software, and it's got all these cool fucking things you can automatically put behind you. So if I was doing unboxings, I could literally press a button and have my Cranky Gamers logo all behind me at the click of a button. Soon as I saw that actually got me thinking, do you know what? This may well be worth buying. Not quite now, but in the future I just might jump on it. I think it's a great idea. But the software was fantastic. I loved it when I saw it. This guy was doing a review of it, and he literally like loaded his logo in, and he just showed you in like 5 seconds on the PC, got his picture in, clicked this thing, click, went to one of the settings, it said green screen chroma, clicked it, bang, and all behind him, perfectly done, was all his logo, and I thought, yes, I like that. Installed Fallout 4 earlier as I've had the urge to keep building settlements for Preston. Get what I've done today. Sat right there is my Alienware. I have actually booted it up, switched it on, pissed about with it, because Ricky wanted to know, you know, the 100-man game, and I still can't remember that fucking name of that game, where 100 people drop on an island and last man standing. Ricky had tried it on his machine, and he said he had horrendous results, like 10 frames per second, unplayable, shit. Now, my Alienware is like one step below his. I've got slightly less RAM than him, and one graphics card generation below him. So I jumped on it today just to test it. I had to install a load of shit. It's not been on in months. So installed the game Battlegrounds. That's it. So, guess what? PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds. I started it on my machine, ran it on default, playing with a mouse and keys, which is like I might as well just chop my arms off. And what happened was, it ran perfectly on my machine. Oh my God, we've got all Derbyshire people. Wellesley, I'm going to tell you something. Mad. This is mad. I finished streaming last night, and as you guys know, I'm into my crime channel. It's like 90%, well, it's like 50-50 between sport and crime channel. That's only 2 channels I could get on with. So I put it on last night, and I also record a lot of shit as well. And one of the great programs I'm watching at the minute is called Town and Country Murders, and it's like local, not local to me, but like local, rural, little small villages where there's been murders in them, and they do investigations for it for an hour, tell you the shit that happened, and then tell you the story how they got caught. Holy shit. I put it on last night, and I was actually pissing about doing something, and I'm listening to the intro, like, over my head, and lo and behold, what happens is, the guy introduces this program and says, we are going to investigate a murder today where 2 people rang into the police station and said 15 years ago they had left 2 bodies in the backyard of a house in Mansfield. And I like went, what? And the actual program was a fucking program about 2 people that were murdered and buried in a garden in Mansfield. Holy shit. Oh look, we're getting to where everybody's from. I'm from Derbyshire. Yeah, it was on, what was the state's name? Yeah, apparently, it was a mad story as well. It was like, this woman had killed a mum, was it? Had killed a mum and her husband, buried them in the back fucking garden, then told a boyfriend, and then they just like spent all the money for years and years and years. But the crazy thing was, this couple who had murdered him and dug the garden 15 years ago were living in fucking Australia. And from out the blue, they rang the police station in Britain to admit the bodies were under the garden. And even the policeman said on the programme, there would have been no way we would have ever found them bodies in that ground if they wouldn't have said anything. So from like nowhere, getting away with it, they rang them. And they even jumped on the fucking Euro train, sent the policeman a text to say, we're on the Euro, do you want to meet us at the end of the fucking line? What the fuck? Funny thing it was, Paul, about it, quite funny, because Mansfield, obviously, and I don't mean this nastily, you know what we're like up this way, but dead common person that lived in the house now, and she was being interviewed. And the thing is, what made me laugh, she's being interviewed, and then she'd like been deadly serious trying to put on a posh accent, because she can't put on an accent if you're from Notts or Derbyshire, it just don't fucking work, listen to me. So she's there trying to be posh with a Sunday best on, and she comes on and says, at the end, and I just cried with laughing at this, she actually said the word, she said, do you know, and she'd been dead posh, but then right then she just went, do you know, I always wondered why nothing had ever grow on that part of the lawn. I'd just gone, I was crying, because she like went dead common, and like 2 people are dead under a garden, and all she said was, oh, nothing's ever grown on that part. I was just crying with fucking laughing, but it was interesting. Look at all you lot, where you coming from. Birmingham, todo a bit. Used to go to Birmingham a lot with my brother. Todo a bit. That made me laugh when I first heard that, by the way. to the order bit. So then, wouldn't surprise me if Rickster pops on actually in a bit. I think I spoke to him this afternoon. Perks of working. Oh, Jesus. Really, Jason? To be fair, though, street I live in's a shithole, mate. Notts and Derbyshire's not the greatest place on fucking earth. Let's be fair, and I've been here all my life. I mean, come on, show me two parts of Notts and Derbyshire that you'd actually gladly say, oh, look at this gorgeous place. And yet people fucking look, and I've said it before, we are in countryside. I can put my hand on a Peak District stone, donut, as we call them, probably 20 minutes from my house. So I guess, yeah, I'd have to admit that we are in the countryside. No Rambler this week, Benji, I'm afraid. I don't think so. Oh, okay. Notts is lovely. Lucky bastards yesterday as well, weren't they? At one stage they were down as well. I was pissing myself. Sutton. God, I used to go shopping. Funny thing about Sutton, I'll tell you a little funny tiny story, it'll only appeal to you locals. When I was young, like 13, 14, and you felt dead big getting on your first bus and going shopping, like my mum let me go shopping with my best friend on the bus, and it was like the first time, and we were dead excited, and we was going to Mansfield. Guess where we got off thinking it was Mansfield? We got off at fucking Sutton and spent the next hour and a half walking around Sutton thinking it was Mansfield. And I'll tell you another story. I used to actually go ice skating 3 times a week at Sutton. I was quite a decent ice skater as well, and a roller skater. Me and my brother used to have some great battle. Yeah, Sutton bus station. We were there, dead young, thinking, fuck, this is Mansfield. Off we pop, down into the shopping centre. I actually like it. It's a lovely shopping place, actually. We're pottling round, thinking it's Mansfield, and then I see a sign above a shop, so-and-so, so-and-so, Sutton, and I'm like thinking, Sutton? What the fuck? What the fuck? But yeah, I used to love ice skating at the small place until they moved it, because they moved it, didn't they? And then me and my brother used to go roller skating, because we were really fucking into roller skating really big time. And me and him, when they used to have I don't know if you have them where you guys was, but in our younger day, it was like Saturday night at the Roller Arena, as we used to call it. And they used to be where you picked up girls, and it were discos and all this shit and roller skating. And then for about 40 minutes, the DJ gets on the mic and says, right, it's speed skate time. And all the, like, slow dodderers went out, and all the big fucking heroes, us lot, had a speed skating contest. And my brother, the bastard, I have still got a scar today, because we used to have a great little rivalry, and we were fucking flying round this thing, and I mean flying. Crossover legs, 100 mile, really going deep down, speed skating, see who could win, because I think they give prizes out, actually. They used to start on an oval, say 3, 2, 1, go, play a song, and everybody used to go around on an oval, and whoever was leading got a prize, just a free drink or some shit. And me and my brother were like fucking mad at it. And I was flying this one day, literally going like a twat, and my brother, the bastard, right behind me, just click, on purpose, just clicked the heel of my skate, and I went into the board like a bastard. But I went into the board, and I'd got a t-shirt on, and my arm went straight across the wooden shiny floor, and it burnt a fucking great hole in my elbow. Bastard. But it was fun. Mate, can you remember ever reading about a bloke and his son who got killed on Junction 27 a few years back? I think so. I might have done, yeah. There's been a lot of murders round our way. I hear old John up Bridgegate is haunted, and yeah, there. Have you met up with Kid Dog? He's from Ilkeston. Kid Dog, when we did the podcast, yeah, he used to come to my house a couple of times. He's a nice lad. I'm really pleased to see him. He's got a nice, happy family now as well. He's doing well for himself. And we sometimes chat on Twitter. My dad and bro that was, mate. Oh, you are kidding. Sorry to hear that, mate. Fuck. That's a downer. Holy shit, I am sorry. Fuck. Told you the story on, I think, the Rambler about a young girl that got murdered very, very close to where I am now, and that was a big story. And it was always somebody that knows them. You know, well, I know because I watch the programmes. I think 86% of all murders are committed by people that know them. And it was a friend across the street that lived from this girl, and he used to fancy her. And he fucking followed her down there's a walkway down here that goes to the... That way from my house is like one of the largest industrial estates in Derbyshire. It's like a real central hub. It's got a lot of good factories on it from Derbyshire. And from the housing estates all around here, there's a walkway that takes you like away from all the traffic and just down into the thing. And this poor girl one morning used to go to work every day, walk down this little alleyway. And we remember the fucking big story because it was right on our doorstep. All the news, a young girl was murdered, and apparently this bloke who'd fancied her and was a family friend, used to have parties at their house and everything, followed her one morning down this lane, dragged her into the fucking edge bottom, had his way with her and fucking strangled and killed her. Unreal. How the fuck does somebody do that? Seriously. Just mad. Jason, do you know what makes me laugh that? I mean, you should never laugh about murder and shit, but you know when you see on telly, how many times have you ever seen they stick the microphone in front of the people on the street? How many has ever come on there and gone, well, he was a fucking bastard. He was a dick. It's always, oh my God, he was a lovely fella. Wouldn't have said boo to a goose. Lovely fella he was. Beautiful. Spoke to everybody. They just do, don't they? It's lovely up here, actually. I'm not going to lie. I mean, there is a few crappy places on the estate, and because there's a lot of working class estates on here. But the area itself, there's some really nice places you can get to really quickly. But you see, living in here, you don't appreciate it. Like, we used to drive every Sunday as a family. My mum and dad used to take us down to what's called Matlock and Matlock Bath. And that's a beautiful place from here. And it's like, just, it's beautiful, but we just don't fucking realise. I met him after he came out of hospital. Used to support him before, moved back into the community. Holy crap. Do I know from many folks from Pinxton? If you're speaking to me, was it? No, mate, I don't actually. If I'm being honest, where we are in Derbyshire and you guys like up towards Pinxton, up towards Mansfield and that way from us, I would say like I'm cut off from that area. All my friends and my life's been like this way towards Ripley, Denby, Derby, like Derby that way. So I've not got many people that I know north of where I'm from. If it is north, but you get what I mean. I think it's north because obviously it's heading towards up to Notts. But no, I don't, not at all. I think the furthest north I went is South Normanton when I went to the boxing club, and that's about it. Normanton used to be a rough area. That's where my dad's from, that is. Before that used to be really rough there. Until they built Broadmeadows. Broadmeadows was... Can you play Alien Nation with Ricky? Ada, I'm going to tell you something. When me and Ricky was talking on Skype this morning, I actually said to him when the call was finishing, I says, do you fancy playing some Alien Nation tonight on the stream? His words were, no, I couldn't get into that game. So... I bet you could get a few meeting up for Notts and Derby. You're quite welcome to come and get a pub round here and have a night and have a chat and a beer if you want, guys. I'm be all right with that. Don't bother me. Yes, it will, because I used to hate taking notes for E3 because I used to do it on my iPad. And it's really fucking hard to be listening, watching, looking, videos, talking, and then typing. And that I used to just do them as shorthand as I can. I haven't tried static on PSVR. To be honest, I've got at least 5 or 6 games waiting to be played on the VR. It'll be up for jumping the train for a cranky pub crawl. You wouldn't need a train, actually. If we pick my area, because I've got no transport, don't forget, and I can't get about well. So if we pick a nice local pub round here, you guys could all troll in. We'll have a beer. I'm trying to think what I did before. I think the coverage has got way better. To be honest, 3-4 years ago, I think that we used to, everybody used to struggle like fuck to get a stream. And every time you got a stream, it used to be, like fucking stop, streaming, buffering and all that, and it was shit. But I think in the last 2-3 years, technology's moved on now. I don't think it cares. Doesn't matter who you go with. Who knows? Might be back for E3, guys, to do a show. So don't panic yet. Don't all lose sleep yet. I'm about losing my fucking mind because I've not done a show this week. So Christ knows how I'll go for 2 or 3 weeks. Jesus. I got the news today, and you know I'm excited about this if you listen to my show. I got the news from my Indiegogo that the keyboard I spoke of, it is actually on its way in the next few days. We've had to give us phone numbers and as confirm as addresses this morning to say that they're being shipped. I cannot wait for that device, and yes, I'll do an unboxing because I'm really super excited about that. Because, and I'll tell you why, I think I mentioned why, but I'll give you a recap. Whenever I'm editing or doing anything on the show, as you can see, I'm sitting on this couch. I've got a coffee table in front of me. Now, I can't put my MacBook on my legs or anywhere because it gets fucking red hot. And when it's there, I can't type it. It's my back and shit. So it's a really shitty fucking situation. Now, this keyboard is about that big. It's called a low-free keyboard. It's an old-fashioned mechanical buttons. It clicks beautifully. They're all round, look like an old-fashioned 50s typewriter. However, the fantastic thing about it is it's Bluetooth. It's also got fast buttons on it that I can literally click a button and go between iPad, TV, phone, PC, MacBook. It's even got keys on it that are MacBook. Not very many Bluetooth keyboards have got a MacBook-esque except the official Apple ones. So this thing is like the dog's bollocks in one unit, and it's just going to sit, and it looks gorgeous, by the way. If you want to look, go onto Indiegogo and type in low free and just have a look at them keyboards. They are fucking beautiful, honestly. Can't wait to get that. You can get a laptop cooler that you put under it. You've got to think, Wellesley, that this MacBook Pro, it's an aluminium fucking all unibody. And because it's old and clugging about like an old fart, it's literally... I'm not joking when I say this. If I'm doing my editing for my videos, which obviously editing media is a very intensive processing work, underneath my laptop Pro gets that hot, it actually burns my leg. No word of a lie, I'm not kidding. I really do need an upgrade of a MacBook, and I don't know when the fuck that's going to happen. But yeah, I do need a new MacBook. I do. Might start selling some shit, actually, because I've got a lot of shit lying about. Am I enjoying games more now the pressure's off, Mark? To be honest, I'm not. To be honest, I'm not. I think it's kind of feeling a bit depressed about the whole situation, to be fair. And plus, there's not a game that's kind of grabbed me that I want to sink my teeth into. So, I kind of do in a way, but I'm still like a bit, a bit thingy. Yeah, no, Ada, everybody's on about fucking Prey, but it's holding its price. And I did not like that demo, and I didn't like the demo. Only part I didn't like in the Prey demo was the actual shooting and the battling, them fucking silly four-legged black squishy fucking things. Didn't like it. It was everywhere. It was crap. Now, if somebody... In fact, I'll tell you what I might do tonight, because I've been meaning to. I'm actually... Wellesley, hang on to your money, mate, because I might sell you mine if you want, because I was talking to Ricky about mine. I can't see me going back to that Mass Effect, mate. I've took the disc out today. I got turned down for a review copy, Benji, for Prey, sadly. What actually has gone off? I'm the one who doesn't know, just hearing there's no podcast now. Yeah, there is, mate. It's all Stephen Hayden doing the podcast. Ricky resigned. I packed in last Monday because I got some disgusting comments from one person who, yet again, tried to get me in trouble when I got a great product from AO to review, which was a new branch I was doing, but this person wanted to be really clever and put onto Twitter, including the government tax department, trying to get me in trouble with the tax on a free fucking item that I reviewed. That was the final straw. But it's an hiatus. I'm having a break. It's just, I don't know what I'm doing. You're not liking it, mate. You sounded as that like you liked on the last show you did. You're not like... Yeah, to be honest, Wells, yeah, I did. I mean, I think the thing about Mass Effect, and I think I kind of touched on this. The game is good. I'm not going to lie to you. I was actually wrong. When I said it, I thought it was going to be shit and it was going to be awful. It surprised me. The trouble is with that Mass Effect, it's like... You know, like saying now, say I wasn't streaming and I fancied a good game night. Let's take Horizon Dawn, and I know it's not... What I mean by that is, put Horizon Dawn on and you can have like a couple of hours and really enjoy it, then switch off, or whatever, and switch it off, okay? But then what I did... You put Mass Effect on, and I actually, you like do one quest, and it's fucking 2-3 hours, and it's intense, and you've got to listen and shit. So, I think I might have it. So I might sell it you if you're interested, but not forcing you, obviously. David, can I get him done for harassment? I probably could if I wanted to push it more, but I actually contacted the guy because I know who he is. I know his name. I actually know where he lives. And I just spoke to him by email, and he kind of was a bit weird on the email and all, trying to be clever, but then he calmed down. But it's just not on. He can't do it anymore. He can't keep doing it. Making fake accounts to get me into trouble. But actually, Cranky Gamer listeners, they were the ones that tracked him down. I got about 5 emails that night when it all kicked off and sent me every detail I could probably want. So, it's just... I don't want to keep going over all ground, but it's just ridiculous, David, as you obviously know. Why does a person want to get somebody in trouble for reviewing an item that they got that they can actually do themselves if they want? They could wake up the following morning and do exactly what I do. They could make a podcast if they want to. They could fucking go and review items if they want to. It's not hard. Just contact companies. It's not fucking hard. That's what I do. And like I say, I've got another item this week coming, but it's totally away from the channel. It's not going to happen. Just totally disassociating myself away from it, and it was something I was really looking forward to sharing with you guys, because it's arsehole items and everything. Yeah, it's shit, mate, innit? I think, you know... Yeah, grown man. I think he's married. He's actually married. Lives up in the northeast somewhere. But the thing is, what gets me, and this was a general thing, I don't think I ever covered in my fucking meltdown thing, and I think I actually said this to a couple of people I wrote to privately. Do you know what actually, and I'll put this to you, and this is why, in all the shit that happens, this is what I don't get. I'm an old man, I've had a very colourful past in my day, done some crazy shit, mad shit. Now, what I'm going to say to you, I'm enjoying what I'm doing in my later life. I'm loving it. I love the unboxings. I love giving you guys podcasts. I love being passionate about gaming. It's something I've done all my life. I love it. You can tell I do. Now, this particular person trolls to an extent that really wants to try and do you damage, okay? And sets in motion a very bad thing towards the end, actually trying to get you prosecuted on more than one occasion. So I'll put this to you, and I actually have spoke about this. How does that person... know who I am? And by that, I mean this, just in general. I don't mean this actually personally, but this is my point. So this person is taking it upon himself to troll. How does he not know that I am a fucking head case? Or I've been to prison? Or I'm a policeman? Or I'm a government official, or I'm something that he has no clue that I am, but they troll you. What happens if I'd have been a psychopath that hopped on a train and did something fucking absolutely mental? Now, that in a nutshell is where I bring all trolling into one place. People troll somebody for something that they do on the internet, more than likely, or on Facebook, and they think they know them. And I actually laugh and think to myself, how does that person know who I am? Do you know what I mean? People know who he is, Mark, but I'm not saying it in the thing, and I don't want anybody else to post it either. Oh, it would have stopped. And I don't like saying this, but 20 years ago, 25 years ago, there'd have been, nobody would have even heard about it on Twitter. I'll guarantee you that. Believe me. Believe me. Nobody would have even known about it on Twitter. There would have been no option. 25 years ago, I wouldn't have even been talking about it. Believe me. I'm just too old and too long in the tooth now. And that's my point I make. How does a person that trolls actually know the person at the other end? He could be a complete and utter fucking head case. And that's what I can't wrap my head around. Like, you troll somebody, and the other side of this coin, and this is the mad part about it, and this is what I can't get my head around, being on the tech side of things, and you guys are as well. These people think by making a fake account or doing other things that you can't be found out who you are. Do you know what I mean? It's like, do you actually know what you're doing? Do you think by making a fake account on Facebook or on Twitter that you are, oh my God, they will never find me? It's like, what? Are you fucking real? And that's the point. That is my point. You never know who you're trolling. And I'm hoping in all this shit that's kicked off, that it's all finally kicked off, that even the worst of trolls actually step back a minute and have a deep, long thought. You don't know who you're messing about with. Stop your trolling. It's fucking stupid, because one day you may do it to that person and you would regret it in such a big fucking way, honestly, seriously. And I just can't get my head around how mental people are that just dare troll people. They think they're behind the keyboard. You can be found out in literally 20 minutes. That's how long it took two people to find out where he was. So that, by the by. I can understand why they gave us the shit. You did nothing wrong. It came from nowhere. Oh, it did, mate. But it's been a slow thing. You know that. I mean, trolling's trolling. People piss and moan about my attitude. And that, this is another point I can't get. Why have a moan at something? And I've said this for years. If you listen to a podcast, and this is me, normal human being man, listen to podcasts. And yes, some weeks, Giant Bomb talking utter load of shit and bullshit bollocks. When they mentioned the PSVR not working, remember that week? I actually called it out and said that's utter bollocks. Now, did I go and give Jeff Gershman a round of fucks and said, Jeff, you are fucking useless. You've no fucking idea what you're doing? No. Because I'm normal. Because, okay, he's got an opinion. I think he's wrong, but I don't want to tell him he's fucking... I don't want to personally attack the guy. Is Ricky still pissed? We're both having long talks and chats, and yes, we are disappointed on what went off. And like we said, we all know why it went off. It just came at the wrong time, and it came after one of the best shows. We actually spoke about that today. That Sunday night was probably, I even said it at the end, I mentioned it on it, it was probably one of the best shows we've done in a long while, because we'd actually consciously, I'd had a meeting with the guys before we clicked record and said to them, guys, all this shit stops now, because I think there'd been the usual Monday moan and the fucking crap we get on Facebook, as usual. And I said to the guys, I says, listen, it stopped. I says, it stops. In this show today, we're going to talk about nothing but games we've played or we're enjoying or going to play. And that's exactly what we did that show. Show 403. If you've not listened to it yet, go and listen to it. It's one of the best we've done in a long time. Giant Bomb still reckons the VR tracking. Right, Ada, get ready. I'm in my flat here. Albeit, I will hold my hand up. I've not tried it on the big TV. I will be trying it this week because I think Kirsty said she wants to come and try it as well. So get this. I've got a fucking coffee table in front of me. An 8-foot coffee table. I've got a television unit after that. The PS4 is on there. The camera's on the telly. The camera used to be on top of the telly there. So between the camera and me is a fuck-off coffee table. I have not lost tracking on my VR 1 single second. Ever. And you watch Giant Bomb, and I've seen the coverage where they've got fuck all in front of them. They're in a massive place. It's perfect. And it keeps failing. Like, what the fuck? Don't make sense to me. And I kind of touched on it last night, didn't I, when I said, do they want to make 2.0 of controllers or 2.0 cameras? They don't need to. This fucker works. In fact, I don't know if anybody's in the room that's been to come and have a look at my VR. But everybody has never had a failure at all. It never even lost tracking, not once. Wellesley, have a pleasant evening, mate, if you can. At whatever you're going to do, mate. Thank you for tuning in and your comments. Nick, never heard of a fuck-off coffee table. It's always a fuck-off coffee table in my room. It's there. Pleasant evening this evening. Oh, bollocks, my washing's in the washer, by the way, and I haven't put it on the radiators. Bloody. Yeah, I mean, it's not like Giant Bomb are lying, though. I know, and they must have... Let me tell you now, I think, and I've seen their coverage twice, and I saw the original one, because I was baffled, because I was like... Because they got it like a week early before release, by the way, and it's like... And I was a bit worried then. It's part of the bastard range of furniture. It is. I've got to move, guys, because my back's killing me. But I watched the coverage, and it's very strange that and I'm guessing they must have tried other cameras or other moves or whatever. It just was a strange, weird thing. I've not had a problem at all, and I don't have. You see, when I first used to set, when I used to set the VR up, I used to move my coffee table out of the way. I just used to swing it round, so we had that gap. One day I forgot. One day I stuck it on and just did that, and it was like, done. When are you going to live stream porn? Oh yeah, that'll be a great sight for you all, wouldn't it? Paul, that's hilarious. Wouldn't it be cool if you walked around IKEA and saw a label like that? That would be mega. Oh dear. I think my fish tank stuff's coming tomorrow. So tomorrow, I think I've got an AO video to do. I want to do my fish tank, and the next time it's going to be... I'm going to be putting the white... Tomorrow I want the white sand to arrive. Mate, they're never going to take the piss out of Derbyshire, you know that. They never will. I don't give a fuck. They take me as I am. Just is. You either do or you don't. And the weird thing is, guys, and it's same with everybody, I haven't got an accent. My ears are hearing me talk in a perfectly normal, straight voice with no northern accent. It's the weird and crazy way the human brain works. I sound normal. However, watch anybody from Notts and Derbyshire on the TV news being interviewed, and both me and my daughter look at each other and look at the TV and both say at the same time, please tell me I don't sound like that. And that's what we laugh about every time. Because honestly, out my own ears, I have not got an accent at all. Nothing. I speak normal. But I know I have, because I hear them on TV. And it's an awful. It's an awful. Oh, look who's here. Here we go. Oh, look who's on. What a horrible thing to say. Also, maybe bragging about knowing where I live. I'm married. Listen, mate, I'd leave this chat because you set me off today once more. And that's the prick, by the way. Craig, I do know where you live, mate. And if you want, I'll send you a picture of a Google map if you want. But if you really want to come on here and start being really clever, push me once more. Push me once more, boy. Try it. Seriously. Because you have no idea who I am. Really. Not a fucking clue who I am. Keep pushing me, boy. And we'll see. And I'll show you if I know where you live. So leave the room and get the fuck out. Believe me. Do not set me off. Because you don't get the nice me anymore. Just leave me the fuck alone. Because like I've just said in this chat, you don't know me. But I can make that happen if you wish. So just go away, will you? And that, guys, is the knob that's tried to get me prosecuted on more than one occasion. So, there you are. By making fake accounts everywhere and constantly trying. And he's got the nerve to come in my room. Do you know what I mean? Well done, Craig. You set me off, mate, because I'm just in the mood today, matey. You don't seem to... I hope you're still here, Craig. You don't seem to think, Craig, I've got all the time in the world on my hands. Seriously. I cannot believe you pushed that far. Are you mental? God, what a madman. I would just leave this room alone, leave me alone, and leave Cranky Gamers alone and move on your merry way. I really, really would. Seriously. You have no idea what you're doing anymore. May have been a joke, may have been a laugh, but no, mate, you're really pushing it. Because honestly, you have no idea who I am. That's what I find so funny. Oh, I don't want to ban him from the stream, mate. Not a chance, do I? Not a chance, mate. Because I really want to get across to him. He doesn't know what he's doing. If you're still, I'll tell you what, Craig, if you're still here, let me just mention one thing, right? And I'll just put this to you. All the shit you've done at me in the last 6 to 8 months, yeah? Okay, let me just try this, shall I? And I'll put this to you. Do you want me to start trolling you and putting your address online and telling everybody who you are and where you are and what you've done? Would you like some of that back? Because that would be really just fucking really good, wouldn't it? Do you not think? Honestly. You've no idea who you're fucking about with, man. Just leave it alone and move on. God. I find it hilarious. Fuck, he's got the nerve to come in here. Oh my God. The two people that wrote to me, Craig, by the way, and told me where you live, actually live quite close to you, by the way. Just to point that out. Because that's how I got to know. So, okay. Keep going. But anyway, let's move away from that dickhead. At least, again, because I think he's stupid, he comes on the chat and reveals himself. Nice one. Marcus, while I like Stephen Hayden, I did miss you on the podcast this week. Yeah, it's okay, mate, don't worry. Just having a break, having a relax. Trying to get rid of the dicks like the one that's just appeared in the room, so... But if they're revealing themselves in the room, aren't they really opening themselves to other people having a go at them? That's the mentality of it. Like, people have been asking who he was in the room, and because I'm a decent guy, by the way, that never gave your name out if you're still here, you've now opened yourself to it, so everybody in this room now knows who you are. And the other video that I deleted, by the way, this one ain't getting deleted. Let's not start attacking, guys. If Gav's in the room, I've not got a word to say to Gav, not at all. But I don't want attacks in this room, or it's going to be stopped. And if you've got things to say to each other, go and say it privately on Twitter or wherever. Don't bring it in here. I've had enough. Oh, Craig's still here, look. Craig, do you realise that other people are going to start having a go at you, like, seriously? I want you to answer me, because I'm asking you man to man. Because I do know who you are, and I do know where you live. I want you to tell me, do you not realise that other people may do something? And you know, when I spoke to you by email, and I said I was actually worried for you, I have had a couple of emails from people that scared me. And I'm being so serious and so straight with you because I'm a decent guy deep down. Not that you think I am, But I'm telling you, you need to stop what you're doing. People sent me emails, it scared me. And I've seen some really bad shit in my life, and it scared me. And you're bringing it on yourself. You need to stop and move on. Seriously. Because I think you have no brain on your head. You need to stop what you're doing, mate, honestly. Because I have no control over other people. And I'm just going to say that. I'll put up with shit I have done for 10 years. And you're the biggest one of the lot. And you're opening yourself to it all. You need to stop, mate. And I'm saying it man to man. You need to fucking stop. I can't control other people. You need to move on and listen to something else and go and waste your energy doing other shit. You really do. Because I am seriously worried. Because I know if anything does go off, I'll be in the middle of it. But I tried to give you a polite warning by email, and I'm telling you now live on air so everybody can hear it. You need to stop. I cannot control other people. Yeah, I'm going to ignore him, but I'm trying to give the guy some real good advice. And I did by email. I can't control other people, and I've seen things in my inbox in the last 2 weeks that scare me. And I think you might get the gist, but I'm trying to help the guy. It's a fucking video game stuff. Just move on, Craig, for fuck's sake. You know what I mean? Just move on. Why are you doing it? It's fucking ridiculous. And I'm really trying to do you a big favour. Do you want me to play this game then, Nicky? I actually was tempted to move to some Stardew I mentioned earlier and start a fresh game of Stardew because a few people were interested in Stardew. So what do we think? Does anybody... Take a quick vote, guys. There's 1 or 2 in. Do you want me to play an hour or 45 minutes to an hour of this, or do you want me to switch a stream and go and play some Stardew from the beginning? Let me know. Let's have some votes in the room. Oh, you're a madman again. You're not running again. Stop running. Come and train me. Then again, I'd be no fucking good. We've got 1 for Stardew. We've got 2 for Stardew. 3 for Stardew. 1 for this. I want to see the camera angle, see if it zooms in too much. What, on this? Or on Stardew? What are you on about, Nicky? On this or are you on about something else, mate? If this zooms in too much, I mean, this, it doesn't really... I mean, to be honest, mate, Nicky, and I'm not trying to put you off, but I actually streamed about an hour. I streamed this for an hour last night, and that'll be still on YouTube. So if you do want to look at it play... Oh, I thought you would, yeah. Oh, look at that. But no, in all seriousness, it's a weird and wacky game. So... Right, I'll tell you what I'm going to do, guys. I'm going to make a couple of... I'm going to stop this stream. And I know there's a decent room full, but I'm hoping you're all going to come back. So I'm going to... FIFA, behave, Carl. I'm going to stop this stream, make myself a coffee, come back, and I'll start with Stardew from scratch. So I know a lot of people want to see it from beginning and probably got some questions, because a lot of people like it. And I'll start the room, and I'm hoping all 40 of you are going to come back in the room. And if you don't, I'll be very angry. Well, I won't, but it is what it fucking is. So I'm going to stop this one. Please, PlayStation, let us just swap. Nicky wants you to stream Resi 2. Oh, not Resi. Right, so I'm going to stop, guys. I'll be back in about 5 minutes when I've made a coffee, and I'll start back up with Stardew. So, see you in 5 minutes, and I want all of you in the room. And by the way, the room's filling up now. It's probably people just heard me have a great mental meltdown again. Oh, yeah, you were leaving, weren't you, Wells? Anyway... I'm back in about 5 minutes with the Stardew Valley. I hope to see you all back in that room. Back in 5 minutes.